I'm usually not at a loss for words, but today might be that day. It was pretty overwhelming to think about getting in the Hall of Fame, yet alone doing it in the first try. And it's been a humbling experience, one that you know how much I care about this organization and this city, which hopefully I'm going to live here a lot longer than I played. But it means a lot. Last year was an experience I'll never forget, sitting, working, seeing Bobby, obviously Tom and Greg going to the Hall of Fame gave me a fresh perspective of the what-if scenario. But those of you who know me, I've never really spent too many days thinking about getting in the Hall of Fame, and it hasn't hit me. The phone call came. I obviously was very excited. I haven't even been able to talk to my kids yet, which is weird in and of itself, the schedule that they have you on. And I guess for me, it's something I never expected, but I truly will treat with the same dignity and integrity that I carried myself while I was here. So as I said earlier, this morning and later today, I got a million calls, and one call I had to say is I'm not going to make the basketball game tonight, so I'm headed to New York. But other than that, this has really been an incredible experience.
Mark Bowman? John, can you kind of describe the feelings that you've had? Maybe just take us through that phone call and just the hour or hours that have followed, the emotions that you felt.
Yeah, well, as you know, I'm a pretty patient guy, so I was just sitting around. I ran some errands. I tried to treat it like a normal day. I really did, and I knew that there was going to be a TV crew coming in the house if it worked, if it happened. And, I watched some TV. I was watching the network, do their thing and watch Glavin and what he was doing. But I really honestly tried to prepare myself for whatever scenario. And when the phone call came, there was such a small time frame that I had to even tell anybody. I hugged my wife, Catherine, and we were able to allow her to spread the news once 2 o'clock came. But then it was just literally locked down in TV world and the media, and trying to make sure that I was able to deliver the same thing that hopefully someday in the next 3 or 4 months where I can gather all my thoughts. But I never allowed myself to think about anything other than wait till the phone call. I said this also, it reminds me back of getting drafted. I was waiting by the phone. Back then, that's how they did it. They said, you'll probably get drafted in the first and third round, so just expect a phone call. Well, 2 weeks later, I got a phone call. It's either really slow or the 22nd round wasn't something that indicated, what lied ahead for me in my career, and then of course getting traded and all that. So this is a pretty cool day for what I call the army of people that have surrounded me and made this thing possible. I have just so many people in my family and fans all around that were just guaranteeing this was going to happen with optimism. But until it happened, I'm sure I'll be able to reflect and connect with them later.